What's going on, YouTube? Welcome to the Sharp Bets DFS live stream with myself, Mr. Sharp, and above me, Mr. JohnPick, the one and only. How you doing this morning, John?
Doing great, man. How about yourself?
Well, I'm doing all right. Wasn't doing so good yesterday after the first NFL game, but hey, seemed like yesterday the only props that hit were pretty much all Jaguars, over on every single prop they had to offer.
Yep, wouldn't have guessed that.
Right. But hey, you know what? We move on. What are you looking at today, John? I hear you got 2 picks for us.
I do. I have 2 much safer picks than yesterday, so don't worry about that. Basically, we've got Mr. Josh Allen at over 253.5 pass yards. Now, Allen has been a stat monster all season, amassing over 4,000 passing yards and 35 TDs to only 14 interceptions, with a completion rate of 63.3 and a ridiculous quarterback rating of 96.6 on the year. Truly elite numbers for the regular season. This, my friend, is the playoffs. And you can expect Allen to step up to the challenge. In 6 playoff games, Josh has upped his already gaudy numbers somehow, raising his completion rate, yards per game, attempts per game, and raising that quarterback rating to over 106.6. Ridiculous. So we know Josh will be on one today with the promised land in sight. But let's look a little bit further, right? Last month, the Bills took on Miami at home, and Allen punished them to the tune of 25 completions for 304 yards and 4 TDs. Downright disrespectful. Seeing as they face the same opponent today in the same stadium and the same weather conditions, look for a repeat performance with their playoff lives on the line. Do or die, baby. I love playoff football.
Absolutely. I mean, you don't get much safer than this pick. Now, obviously, it can miss just like every other, but we think of Josh Allen, we think of throwing the ball, right? I mean, that is their game plan. Get the ball, put it in his hands, and let him get it to his receivers like, Stephon Diggs, Gabe Davis, yada, yada. So I like it.
Absolutely. So my second pick today is going to be Mr. Tyler Boyd to go over 4.5 targets. Now, just last week, Tyler saw the ball slung his way 7 times, grabbing 5 for 51. Now, we know Burrow will be tossing it around like Uncle Rico with a brand new camcorder. In fact, he averages 38 attempts per game, making it highly likely that Boyd will be targeted on at least 5 of those, right? So here's the most impressive stat, the one that really sold me on Boyd over 4.5 targets, and hopefully it'll sell you too. In 14 career games versus Baltimore, who again they face today, Boyd has only missed this mark of over 4.5 targets 3 times. Let me repeat that. In 14 games, 14 career games, stretching all the way back to 2016, 14, he's only missed this mark 3 times. Boom.
Yeah, that is impressive. I mean, I'm surprised this number's so low, to tell you the truth.
For real.
If it was receptions, it'd be different. But targets, I mean, he's going to get his targets on third down. That's what Tyler Boyd is. He's the third down maker. He's the one that moves the ball. So great. I love the pick.
Joe Burrow's safety blanket, right?
Yeah, exactly. All right, cool. Okay, so I got 2. We're going to start with a reception prop, and that's going to be Saquon Barkley over 3.5 receptions. So a little bit about this play, okay? We've got the Giants in the playoffs, all right? It's pretty simple. I would think New York's formula would be give the ball to Saquon. Give the ball to Saquon. Give the ball to Saquon, okay?
Right.
If they're going to win this game, they need to get the ball in his hands, whether it's handing it off, whether it's throwing the ball, whether it's setting screens, whatever. He's going to be involved in this game. I mean, let's take a look at what happened last time they played Minnesota, okay? 8 receptions. Okay, kind of doubling up on this mark, right? He's going to get the ball in his hands. He's going to be catching screens. He's going to be catching passes. I think this is a pretty safe bet here. Obviously, we also look at lines, and I think the line on this one was minus 150 on DraftKings, which you don't really find. So Vegas loves it too. So that's my first pick.
Love it.
And then I am looking at either a receiving yards prop or a receptions prop. I think it could go either way for this, but we're going to look at TJ Hawkinson over 47.5 receiving yards.
Okay, I like it.
Okay, so, the default number 2 used to be Adam Thielen, so obviously my mind went there first. But that's not the case anymore. Okay, they've got a new number 2 in Minnesota, and that is TJ Hawkinson. Kirk Cousins is looking for him early and often, kind of like he used to do with Thielen. Okay, so let's take a look at the last time they played New York Giants. Same game, same setup, 109 yards. Okay, and how about this on the receptions? I think his prop is at 4.5. Did I miss it?
May have been bumped.
Oh,
it should have been bumped.
It hasn't been yet. 4.5. I mean, look at this. Look at the last time they played New York. 13 receptions. Okay, 13
for a tight end.
For a tight end, and we all know he does not play like a tight end. He has the build of a tight end, but he's more like a wide receiver for when he used to play for Detroit, and now in Minnesota it translated really well and early. So give me T.J. Hawkinson. I like the receiving yards, but I'd also like the receptions at 4.5.
Yeah, again, love it.
Okay, and you got a wild card for us too, or no?
You know what? I loved Dawson Knox to go over 5 targets, to go over 4.5 targets, and then I also had Dawson Knox catching over 2.5 passes. But both of those numbers have been bumped before we filmed this, so you can still take those, and I think those are still very safe plays. Like I said, I talked about Josh Allen and what he does and what he's done. But it's since they've been bumped, that they get bumped for a reason. They're probably going to go over what they originally were. So I would say play those at your own risk. But they're options. They're absolutely they're solid options too.
Yeah, we try to avoid these even lines here because it means they've been juiced.
Right.
And it also shows push potential, which we try to avoid in our group over at Sharp Bets DFS. So.
Absolutely.
All right, well that looks good. I'm gonna lock that in. But yeah, if you're gonna follow us on this ticket, I would suggest mixing and matching, possibly doing a flex play because anything can happen. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and lock this in as a power with 1 unit. I love it. I'm confident in it. How about you, John?
I'll be doing the same and lock.
All right, very good. Well, I guess that's gonna do it. You got anything else for us, John?
No, just guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell notification, and check out the pinned link in the comments for access to our Discord. Other than that, good luck out there today, boys, and let's make that money.
All right, happy Sunday, guys. Good luck.
See you next time.